On behalf of the entire Interim Hospice team, I bid you welcome to this time set aside to remember those who have died within our circle of care. We want to honor them and to remember their wondrous presence in our midst, a presence that lingers still. Although we will not be reading names aloud because HIPAA does not allow us to do so, we remember each patient and their stories, and we carry them with us. Our hope today is that through word and visual image and music, you will find some comfort and maybe even a little tenderness for your grieving heart. As the human response to loss, grief comes to us in ways that we do not always expect. It can appear at any moment and is almost always very inconvenient. But when it does make itself known, grief can rattle us to the core of our being. That's because grief is really so much about love and how we continue to love those who have died because love endures. Perhaps when grief visits us, we may feel completely overwhelmed with sadness. And although this may be true, grief shows up in many different forms. Beyond sadness, we may be feeling anger, frustration, longing, emptiness, peace, relief, and even joy or hope. We are capable of holding all of these emotions at one time, odd as it may feel. Part of being tender with our own sense of health and well-being might come in remembering that even though grief may feel all-encompassing, grief is not the whole of who we are. It is a part of us and may linger for all of our days, and yet, one day, this grief will find a place to settle within us, and once again, the other parts of who we are will be more easily seen and embraced. May you have kindness and compassion for who you are and where you are on your grief journey. And should you have a need, we are ready to respond with support. May you be surrounded by goodness, and may you find tenderness in the way that you care for yourself and all of the grief that you bear.
Love me tender, love me sweet, never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me long, take me to your heart, for it's there that I belong and will never part. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me dear, tell me you are mine. I'll be yours through all the years, till the end of time. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. For my darling, I love
Many of us learned to ride a bike or a horse when we were young. When we inevitably fell for the first time, we might remember someone telling us to climb right back on again. Learning to hurt and keep going is a necessary rite of childhood. Life means risk, and surviving it takes courage. But we find in time that some hurts are too much. Our heart learns that lesson too. Part of growing up is developing a thick skin, but sometimes we forget that in order to scar, we have to protect that wound first. We have to gently cleanse debris and then let it be for a while. Open to the air and wait for the body to knit a new patch of tougher skin. Depending upon where the wound is located, some take longer to heal than others. Healing doesn't have a timetable. Wounds are tender, and healing requires tender care. But tender care in turn requires tenderness. We can't heal hurt, our own or others. Healing is what will happen when we tend an atmosphere of gentleness and protection that allows our wounds to be exposed. Tender care is to create a nest woven of gentleness, protection, and watchfulness. We become students and let our wounds teach us what it means. Hurt teaches us about healing. How often our efforts to be strong for others backfire, because when we are blind to our own pain, we are blind to the pain of those around us. And our efforts result in feeding hurt rather than stoking healing. Tender care for ourselves and for others means first tending ourselves, turning our "it should be" into "let it be," learning how to live with pain without fearing pain, trusting that our woundedness is a mirror reflection of the abundance we once enjoyed, and that in its own time, healing will happen, and we will discover abundance once again. May each of you find tenderness for your precious selves and for one another. May your wounds no longer be marks of fear, but heal into reminders of a treasure that once gifted your life, a means of seeking treasure in your midst. Whether or not you ride again, may you in time discover a new joy.
intention today is tenderness. And because I like to pray with ritual, visual items, we're going to start a circle with invoking the East for clarity and new beginnings, fire for the heart at noon, water for healing, and of course water invokes our sweet ancestors. And the earth, which sustains us and provides the foundation for our life. So now we have a circle cast. When I think of tenderness, I think of my own tenderness. I feel tender, vulnerable. And another level of tenderness. For 6 years, I tended my mom with Alzheimer's. She died a 1.5 years ago on our hospice care. And these are her hands. And she tended so much in her life. Shortly after my mom died, another one of my beloveds was in a car accident. Ended up in the ICU for 4 months, and I was one of the people who tended her. There's a lot of heart energy in grieving. It's not only sadness, there's a lot of emotions tangled up. Learning how to untangle. My beloved, one of her sayings was to be kind. She was a beekeeper. As a form of tenderness. So when I'm yanking these knots, I have to go, oh, knots become untangled when you're gentle, just like my heart. Some ease, and when I feel tangled up inside, sometimes I make fists. I get all my tension to my fists, and I put the tension there tight, tight, tight. Take a breath in and release. Oh, softness. Oh, the fingers floating. And then I know to do it again. It's a practice to be tender. So I invite you, take your hands and make them into fists, tight fists. And breathe into that tightness, that loss. Breathe in and breathe out. Release. Let your fingers float. Let your hands massage each other. Hands on the heart. When I feel tender, I feel like vulnerable, like these roots in air. Came from a plant somebody gave me in 1978, a long time ago. It hurts, doesn't it, to see something cut off. But then it grows back. And it can be planted. And watered. And tended. tended so that life goes on. The blessings, the memories, the love continues. And so thank you for letting me practice being tender, tending her, tending each other, tending all of our beloveds. Thank you.
It is always a pleasure for me to remind our wider community that Interim Hospice has a robust volunteer program. We have patient companions, death doulas, Reiki, healing touch, vigil, as well as pet therapy. Our volunteers are acknowledged as an invaluable partners within the hospice team. A very unique part of the volunteer program includes pet therapy assistance. Experienced volunteers, along with their specially trained animals, can visit patients and families in their homes. Like the rest of the hospice team, they will come to meet you right where you are. A visiting dog can provide a remarkable kind of presence, one that speaks without words. These gentle creatures will sit in the quiet stillness with you. They won't fill up every moment with endless chatter. Instead, they will be silent, fully present, asking for nothing but companionship and maybe a comfy place to rest their heads. These canine companions embody a simple yet very important hospice message. You are not alone. I am here with you. How you are feeling matters. Over the years, the Interim team has learned that this message of comfort and support means the world to those who choose pet-assisted therapy as part of their hospice team.
I'm the underbelly, I am the claw, never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace, I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. I am the truth, I am the lie, I am the ground, I am the sky. I am the silence, I am the call, never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw, never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace, I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. I am hope, I am defeat, I am broken, I am complete. I am the grace, I am the fall, never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw, never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace, I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. I am the beggar, I am the queen, I am the end, I am the means. I am the hammer, I am the wall, never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw, never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace, I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. I am the victor, I am the loss, I am a prophet, I am the cost. I am the salve, I am the sting, never know, never know, never one thing. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw, never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace, I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. I am a mother, I am a child. I am the meek, I am the wild. I am the witch, I am the saint. I am alive, never one thing. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace. I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. I am the lion, I am the swan. I am the bull, I am the fawn. I am a woman, I am the ring. I am my own, never one thing. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace. I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee.
Thank you for joining us in our time together today. We have so appreciated you sharing your loved one and yourself with us over this last year. I invite you now to relax and breathe in all the goodness that surrounds us as I offer our final blessing. May we learn, and may we learn, and may we learn through each fresh moment. May we recognize the wounds that we carry, and may we be gentle as we give them space to ease. May we risk trusting the path before us is good. May we intentionally protect the ways in which our hearts long to heal. May we watch with great courage as we emerge into our best selves. And may we find unexpected joy in our softening tears as we encounter the rhythm of light. Let it be so.